What's going on, Virgo? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be your reading for the month of August 2023. So in this reading, Virgo, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for the month of August. We're going to take a look at some things you do not see coming, and we're also going to get some advice from your angels and spirit guides and so much more for you regarding August 2023, Virgo. But before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you, Virgo, in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here, Virgo. But without further ado, let's go ahead and pull the energy and see what wants to come through for you for the month of August 2023, Virgo. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Virgo. See what we got going on here for you, a Virgo. Okay. Oh my gosh. Interesting energy, Virgo, that you got going on here for you for sure. Before we get into the tarot, let's go ahead and start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards from the universe for you. Some messages about August. And the first message is Joan of Arc, Voice of Truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth here. And I don't know why I'm getting a message here, Virgo, of just absolute valor. You know, the frequency of valor is really the frequency of almost being willing to die for your highest ideal. Or back in the day, it was like being willing to die for the king, for the honor of the king. And now in today's day and age, it really is like being willing to die for your own highest spiritual ideal, or your own highest physical ideal for that matter. But there's also a message here of like really, like nothing's gonna work part-time. You know, almost like if you half-ass something, that's the result that you're going to get back. And there really something is, you know, nothing is going to work part-time here, Virgo, in August 2023. It's your heart, your spirit, your mind, and your soul, your blood, sweat, and tears, or you're going to get a haphazard result. And I'm getting both in love, and I'm also getting both, especially in definitely, you know, career. There's something very big changing in your career. It's very interesting, Virgo, because over the last maybe month or two, it's just been this message of, you know exactly what you're doing. Keep hammering away. Don't even look up, Virgo. Just keep your head down, keep working. And that, of whatever frequency you've been in with that, starts to change in August 2023. Not completely, but very subtly, and it's very important. And I feel like you have to honestly ask yourself the question, are you giving it your all, or are you half-assing it? Especially even in love as well. I do get that, Virgo. So I don't know. Let's just keep going. You also have the Holy Spirit. Expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally, and Spirit has your back here. And whenever this card comes out, especially in this reading, I do feel like there's a timeline shift going on for you. Many of us, once again, are not aware about how manifestations actually come into our life, and many times it has nothing to do with your own, you know, hard work and dedication. Your hard work and dedication opens portals that then give things to you. I don't know why I'm getting that, but expect miracles. There is going to be some sort of divine intervention in your life here that's happening, and I feel like all you need to do is go with the flow with that. That might sound weird, but it's also to ask your definitions. Miracles are not rare. The truth is, miracles are the natural order of things. This reality is magical. This reality is more magical than any sort of Disney movie, right? We only get a handful of Disney movies, maybe some sort of cultural programming conditioning to think magic is so something. Oh, let's watch a movie about magic and miracles, and then we have to come back to our regular life. I feel like for many of you here, it's not just going to be the physical work that you're going to be doing. You have to understand that there needs to be a spiritual connection that you need to make with your work. Something almost, okay, I don't know why I'm getting that, but I am. But expect miracles here. There is something here. Now, there is also definitely in your career, I don't know how that, and I'm getting this very strongly. The thing about, and for a lot of you, it's going to be subtle. The fear of persecution. Whether this has to do with your own coworkers, your boss, or your society itself when you open a business, or whatever this has to do with your long-term goals here. There's something holding you back, Virgo, that there's some sort of contradiction here in August 2023 that you say, okay, Mystic, like if I actually put my heart, spirit, and soul, I know I'm going to be successful at this thing. I feel like a lot of you know you're going to be successful at something. But the problem is almost the fear that you know, almost like maybe even a paranoia about, well, what are the consequences of this success? And for a lot of you, you're really being called to look at that deeply. And maybe, there's a quote coming to my head, something about most of the problems or most of the worries in our head never actually happen. Most of what goes on in our head is just all the worries that we have in the world. Most of it never happens. And what I'm getting from this reading, Virgo, is on one hand, if you really put your heart, mind, and spirit into something more than you have been, especially in career, or even for a lot of you, this has to do with love, changing the style that you love, there's something coming through very strongly about you have to be able to handle the consequences of that, okay? Because even if you didn't put your heart, mind, and soul, you half-assed something, there's consequences for that. Everything in life is a double-edged sword. There's a consequence for anything. You have to pick the thing that you're okay with the consequences of. And on the one hand, you have to be aware of that. On the other hand, many of you are using fear of persecution as an excuse to not put your heart, mind, and soul into something. Okay, so maybe it's like, well, if I dedicate myself to this person, what if it doesn't work out? If I dedicate myself to this long-term career vision, what if something bad happens? What if people, all this weird, it's a very fine balance that you have to be aware of here, Virgo. And then you also have faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, and see the light in the world here. All right, and this is something coming through about the collective shift that's going on. I don't know why I'm getting something about Pluto changing from being in Capricorn going into Aquarius, meaning that the way that we experience power, control, death, transformation, rebirth in this reality is changing into a much more, let's just say, spiritual, expanded thing. And so what I'm getting from this is this. Whether this has to do with committing to someone in love, or whether this has to do with your own career expansion, the problems that you experience as a result of the world that we're in, Capricorn, top-down control, oh my God, like all this possessiveness, we're really entering into a new age where miracles, the world is going to be lighter, it's going to be easier to manifest things. And I feel like you need to be aware of that. So I'm just going to stop on these tangents here. But make sure that you see the light in others, because oftentimes whatever you expect to happen from other people is the behavior that they'll give to you. So if you expect to be persecuted, you probably will be. You'll probably create this own psychological drama, and then that will come true. If you expect miracles, if you expect that you can shift to complete parallel reality, then that's what's going to happen. There's also something here about this. And it's coming through really strongly. Every change is a total change. Many of you do not understand the spiritual significance of what I mean by that. And if every change that you make is a total and complete change, that means the past version of you existing in a parallel reality, existing in some sort of state of being that then expands and creates your life. If you change and that version of you is completely over, all you have to do is not switch back to the old one. So that's what I'm saying about it's your heart, it's your soul, it's dedication. I don't know. Take it or take it or leave it as it resonates. But when it comes to your opportunity here, Virgo, you have the Page of Pentacles here. And so on one level, with this being here as your opportunity, there's definitely something about continuously working towards some sort of goal here. I get that you can put much more effort than you've been putting into it, though. And I feel, honestly, like I've almost been maybe congratulating a lot of you over the last 2 months about, oh my God, Virgo, like you're really putting in the work. Just keep the timeline that you're on. You're good. Just do it the same way you've been doing it. And I feel like intuitively what this is about is making a shift to be even more dedicated to something. Okay, and this could just be a frequency in general. For a lot of you, this has to do with love. For a lot of you, you want to ask yourself, why, if this is the case, why am I not happy in the relationship I'm in? Or why am I single and I'm not happy? I really would ask you, there's something about hermiting away, half-assing it. In your past or even right now. I'm telling you, Virgo, you can't keep approaching love or career in the same way that you've been. You have to give something a little bit more. And if you've been giving every physical thing that you have, then it's not about that. It's about your heart, you know? So, and that's scary because that's vulnerable. So I don't know. We're going to see. But then in your challenge, Virgo, you have the 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles keeps coming out for you. And the 8 of Pentacles is like compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. Just this person's not even looking up. They have a formula to create all these pentacles. They're busy in the midst of work. And they're almost just have their head in the work box here. So whether this is love, that you're, whatever it is that you're creating right now and you're dedicated to creating it, your act of service, I really feel like the way that you give service to other people or the work that you're doing in general, you cannot make it robotic this month. There's something about just putting your head down and not making any adjustments and just doing what you've been doing is no longer working for you. I really do feel that. Now, this is not going to be for all of you, but for some of you, I'm getting this very strongly, is that a lot of you, there is something here about you getting good karma based off like your challenge with the 8 of Pentacles is a lot of you, the work that you've put in is now going to come to bless you. It's now going to come back to bless you. But what I'm getting from this is that in order for you to stay at the top, because you're, for a lot of you, because you're receiving some sort of blessing based off your hard work, you're in a new echelon now. And what they say is new level, new devil. What got you here will not get you there. And so there's something here about a big change. You can't just keep blindly doing it. You know, nothing's going to work part-time. I don't know why I'm getting that. Especially for those of you that are in some sort of competitive business thing, or if you're working full-time, you're trying to switch your career. There really is something about outsmarting people, and really this is what I get. Because here's the thing. When it comes to your overall general energy for August, Virgo, you have the 5 of Wands, you have the Knight of Pentacles, and you also have the 10 of Pentacles here in your overall general energy here. Okay, so for a lot of you here, the positive karma, all the work that you've put in is now going to lead you in a position where other people, you're going to have to manage the emotions or the competitiveness of other people, and this does have to do with that frequency of persecution. And I'm not getting anything crazy, like some sort of spiritual thing, like, you know, you're Martin Luther King Jr. and someone's coming after you. If you're in that position, some of you, maybe. But for most of you, it's this weird little thing going on where a lot of you may feel persecuted for your very success, for the hard work that you've done. There may be there may be people around you who are not comfortable with all the work that you've put in, and so they try to distract you, say, oh, like, well, this is really what it's about, but it's self-sabotage. It's people that, once again, you're going to have to deal with in a new way. You can't just keep putting your head down because things are changing with people. So for those of you that, once again, this 8 of Pentacles, if it resonates with you as, wow, all of the success, all of the hard work that I've put in is now coming true, because for a lot of you it is with that 10 of Pentacles in your overall general energy. Don't think that, okay, now I made it, now I can rest and everything's good. No, now more money, more problems. Let's say that you're on a basketball team. In August, you get promoted to become the captain of the team, and you have a great work ethic. You're setting the standard for everyone around. There's something about you setting a standard for everyone around you that may cause problems, and it's nothing that you can't work around. I just get that here, Virgo. Okay, and for those of you that even if you're not manifesting some sort of massive success, even for those of you that this is not an accumulation of all the hard work that you put in, then what this is really about is really diving even deeper, putting more of your heart, more of your soul into something in order to create this. And it has to do with other people. It has to do with potentially you navigating competition, playfulness, and so just be aware of that. And it says, there's a quote coming to my head as well, Virgo, that he who tries to be everywhere at once is nowhere. She who is a friend to all is a friend to no one. And what this means is in some sort of way, this is coming through for you, so take it as it resonates, but the person who wants to have their finger in every single pie, to be a jack of all trades, to once again, to have their finger in every single pie in the universe, I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to be this, they end up having their finger in 0 pies because their energy is too dissipated. And so even if you believe that you've been working as hard as you possibly can in the physical world, even if you believe that, there really is something about even upping the ante to your dedication and making doing the dirty work, even if it's spiritual dirty work. So there really is about commitment here, and let's just keep going. When it comes to what you don't see coming, you have the Judgment card, you have the 6 of Swords, and you also have the King of Pentacles here. A lot of you here, there's going to be some sort of movement around whatever you're dedicating yourself to, whether this is, once again, manifesting love for some of you. For a lot of you, it has to do with this thing that you've been working on to increase your finances or career or whatever. There's going to be some sort of, in what you don't see coming, there's some sort of major spiritual download that causes you to change something, and it may not be easy to do this, that leads to more abundance for you. However you cut this reading, I see more abundance coming in for you. For a lot of you, once again, I do see this feeling of you, like, almost, especially if you're in some sort of position of leadership, like getting your troops in order, like really having to be almost like a little bit ruthless with people and being like, yo, like, get with the program here, or else I'm doing something out. Like, I don't know why I get that. There is something here, Virgo, as well, about you changing your approach. Once again, and what you don't see coming, Judgment, 6 of Swords, change. Spiritual download that leads to physical change. That, the good news is, it leads to more abundance. But I get, for a lot of you here, this also is about not getting sucked into the subconscious patterns of other people. I don't know why I'm getting that. Like, so let's say if you're not in a position of leadership and you're on your way to getting there, or even if you're not a leader but you're in some sort of position of responsibility, etc., then I don't know, there is something here about, like, just almost, I don't even know how it's possible, but like going even deeper into your work, and make sure you're not like lying to yourself, because the frequency that I get is maybe a lot of you have been working hard, but you've been doing the bare minimum when it comes to you working hard. It's like, no, that's not gonna cut it anymore. So I don't know why I get that, but I do. And then when it comes to your overall general energy, when it comes to your advice, you have the Sun, you have the Hanged Man, and you also have the 7 of Cups here. And once again, there is something coming through about you can't have your finger in every single pie. You can't choose all these cups. At the end of the day, you have to choose one. Is it risky? Yes, but you have to choose one. And this is really surrendering to clarity here. Surrendering to clarity, even if it may be uncomfortable in some sort of way. A lot of you, this has to do with love as well. And it's a really big message coming through about why hasn't love worked out for you in the past. Or for those of you that are single, you're getting a download about, this is why love hasn't worked out for me. Maybe because I was too focused on my career. Maybe because I didn't put my best foot forward, even though maybe Virgo loves making lists. You watched a dating video. I did everything that the dating video told me. It's not about that. It's about your heart. It's about your soul. Like, it's about really just your intent. What is your real intention? And for a lot of you, you're gonna have some sort of download about, oh well, no wonder why, love isn't going the exact way that I want, because it's in some sort of way, more degree, for others of you, less degree, that you've been half-assing it in love, and then you're going to get a half-assed result and wonder why. So with this being here, I really feel like there's whatever you want, You can do both at the same time. You can work on this because it just seems like there's no doubt that there's some sort of career thing going on. But I don't know. Okay, let's go ahead and start clarifying this reading for you, Virgo. Let's clarify why. I want to clarify why the Eight of Pentacles is your challenge, right? Because this frequency has been the good one for you. It's honestly been, once again, the frequency of don't even worry about it. Keep your head down. Don't make any changes. Do this. Keep doing it. But this month, that has to, there's an upping to the ante, you know, and that's what you need to do, like to be, hold on, you know, let's see. Okay, the Eight of Pentacles is clarified. First card, Six of Swords. Six of Swords is also here in your, what you don't see coming. For a lot of you, there's going to be physical travel that disturbs your work. For a lot of you. So this could be a vacation that you go on. I'm sensing something happens to obstruct your work. For some of you, this is going to be you moving home. Your challenges, you may have some sort of workstation set up. You may have some sort of training facility. You may have some sort of routine. That routine that allows you to work hard is coming to an end. There's some sort of thing about physical movement, moving home, going on a vacation, something about that. If you're in an organization, if you're in a team, there's something about someone moving to you that disturbs it. Once again, if you're not traveling, there's something about someone traveling to you that disturbs your work. The Eight of Pentacles is clarified with the Six of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and also the Knight of Pentacles here when it comes to your challenge. So there's some sort of major change when it comes to this, especially related to your abundance with the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles here. And the Knight of Swords is something happening very fast as well. So with this being here, I feel like there's going to be potentially a lot of distractions with people here. Once again, changing that. And there's something that you need to adjust to here and not lose sight of things, right? And your challenge as well, definitely, once again, playing the long game. You have the Knight of Pentacles here in your challenge. It's in your overall general energy. Playing the long game, but making a quick decision in order for that long game to still manifest. So people, what I get is like maybe some of you have the wrong idea about if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Like there is something here about like on the surface level, you're going to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Don't make any changes even though I feel this thing. Even though you do need to make changes. Like the people who can maintain their vision and actually get there, or if they already manifested their vision, for a lot of you, that good karma coming your way, then you still have to make changes, you know? So that's the hard part, but that's what I see happening. See why the Page of Pentacles is in your opportunity here? Yeah, I mean, hold on. Something about, once again, yeah. Virgo, in your opportunity, the Page of Pentacles is clarified by the Six of Wands, the Tower, and also the Hierophant here. Okay, and there's definitely here in your opportunity to look at things around fear of persecution. Okay, because right now you have for most of you, you have something to lose. Whether that's work habits, for a lot of you, it's actually something very tangible that you've built over time. Karma is coming your way, more abundance than ever before for you. In August 2023, but once again here, there is something here about, in the opportunity here, some sort of foundation that you're afraid of losing, that you need to make subtle adjustments, because this is about you getting attention. This is about commitment as well. And for those of you that this has to do with love, once again, the reason why you're unhappy in a committed relationship, or the reason why you're unhappy and you're single or you're dating someone, is there's something to do with your approach to love, right? The approach is changing. you need to do the dirty work with love. You need to do the dirty work with your career, even though if it doesn't seem comfortable. Subtle adjustments here, okay? Because with this frequency as well, there's definitely something very big. Like I get you being in some sort of powerful position. Like the feeling that I have from this reading is like you have something to like lose, even if it's just your mindset, even if it's just, you know, your dream, you know what I mean? Some of you may be tempted to give up on a dream because you're falsely telling yourself, well, if I really put my heart, soul, and spirit and everything into it, well, you know, that's going to be great, but then I'm going to run into these problems of persecution. And I feel like you need to blow that up, and you need to enter action with boldness and valor here in some sort of way, okay? I don't know why I sense that, but I do. Let's also just clarify why is this Six of Swords here and what you don't see coming? What's that to do? I feel like someone's traveling towards you. In some sort of way, travel disturbs your work, or travel disturbs your love life. Yeah, Five of Pentacles here. Someone could be coming in with a real... Hold on. Yeah, definitely, like... The Six of Swords and what you don't see coming is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Wands, the Chariot, and also the Five of Pentacles here. Okay, on some sort of level when it just has to do with you, I really feel like you're giving yourself every single reason to just check off the boxes, to just keep your head down, do the work, instead of giving it more. Instead of giving your spiritual energy, really becoming like, almost like, once again, I'm dedicating my life to this cause. Something is stopping you from doing that, and that's what's there's some sort of opportunity that may be missed because of fear. So stand strong. Release your fear of persecution. On a more practical level here, Virgo, there could be, once again, someone traveling to you or you traveling that has some sort of lack mentality. You know, like the Five of Pentacles is being in a temporary financial difficult situation. Poverty, like very outside of any sort of abundance. The Page of Wands is someone who could be naive. Oh, well, it's fun, you know, like we'll just manifest it, blah, blah, blah. So there's an opportunity to maybe spot your old patterns in another person, because once again, when you're rising up in life, you can see your old patterns reflected in other people being tempted to drag you back down. But for a lot of you, this has to do with travel, though, because you have the Chariot clarifying this. Okay, Virgo, I hope you're still paying attention. Sorry about that. There's something here about how you handle travel and your finances. If this is, you're going on some sort of vacation, don't blow all your money, because now, you know, you get some sort of promotion or there's some sort of good karma coming to you, and now you want to travel to Hawaii and like, don't count your chickens before you read SoundScan. Don't count your chickens before. Don't count all your chickens when you're just looking at eggs and you're like, oh, this could be a chicken. That's a weird analogy, but I don't know. Be careful around anything to do with travel. Moving home, strategize. How am I not going to let this move affect my career? Going on a vacation. How am I going to not let this take me off my path? And for some of you here, yeah, so it's very interesting. But let's go ahead and get like right into your advice. When it comes to your advice, let's do the Hanged Man. Why is the Hanged Man here? Could be something about think before you travel as well. Because your challenge is travel. I mean, think before you let someone travel to you in August. The Hanged Man is clarified by the Two of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the Two of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and also the King of Swords here. All right. So once again, This is about making a decision, a choice that you need to make to either double down or not do it at all. Like there's a biblical quote coming into my mind. If you are lukewarm, I will spit you out of my mouth. You must either be hot and cold. Everyone who tries to have their finger in every single pie will ultimately have their pie in no pie, right? This can manifest. I'm dating someone. I'm not going to put all my effort in because, what if it doesn't work out, and what if someone else is meant for me? So I'm just going to half-ass it. Once again, in career, I'm afraid that if I put my best foot forward, if I make the adjustments that I know I need to make, what if it's all these what ifs that are happening here, really. And so no matter what, there's something about full on dedication, and when you do that, the universe will reward you with some sort of miracle. Okay, I just get that. And so the advice here is to be very careful about going like this. Okay? If you're the leader of some sort of organization, someone's traveling to join it, are you going to go like this? No, you're going to do a background check, right? There's something about, like, please stop doing it halfway. In whatever you do not half-ass it, because it's going to get you into trouble in August. And is full-on commitment also going to get you into trouble? Perhaps, but this is what the universe is calling you to do, because the universe can see the bigger picture, right? The ceiling of the ego is just the basement of the higher mind. So, this is what I got for you, Virgo. I hope that this